What's good, everybody? It's Bliss. It's Tuesday, and it's time for another tip. Thanks again for joining me for a few minutes. I know you could be any place, spending your time anywhere, and so I appreciate you being here for a few minutes. Now, check this out. If you dig this channel and what's going on here so far, please feel free to hit one of those support the channel links, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I try to come out with a new video every Tuesday, so I would love for you to check them out. In today's video, I'm going to share with you what I think is probably one of the most misunderstood, mistaught techniques for bass, and that's the idea of one finger per fret. And it's not just me. Maybe at the end I'll put some links to some other notable educators and people who've said, hey man, maybe we need to think about this differently. So I'm going to show you how I go about teaching it and understanding it and all that good stuff, and stick with me. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So first things first is we get taught this, or there's this idea of one finger per fret, which is really borrowed from guitar players. And so what I've noticed, especially when I inherit students from other people, is that they're trying to get one finger per fret all the way down here on the lower end of the neck. Even people, with small hands and extended range basses or whatever. This is borrowed from guitar players. Think about it like this: the lowest part of a guitar neck is like the highest part of a bass neck. So while it's easier to see one finger per fret higher up on the neck, it can be difficult to get that under your fingers down on the lower ends of the instrument. So even though I visualize one finger per fret in the lower ranges, what's happening is my fingers aren't really one finger per fret. So if I drop my arm down like this and I just naturally bring it up, what I really get more naturally is a 1, 2, 4 fingering. What that means, I have my first finger over one fret, my second finger over another fret, and then really my fourth finger, my pinky, over the third fret, right? So that's what's most natural. And also, thinking about it like that, if you ever decide to switch over to upright, for instance, an F major scale on both electric and upright is 1, 4, open, 1, 4, open, 2, 4, right? B flat is the same way. So if you see that now, you can switch over to upright, pretty easily. Now, here's a way to maybe get your fingers into some sort of shape, is if you grab the bass, just like you were grabbing a bat or something. If you just grab it like this and then align your thumb right around with your middle finger. So first I'm grabbing it like this, and then I kind of bring my thumb around so I align it with my middle finger. What I'm going to get is sort of kind of a one finger per fret. But it's still not one finger over. I don't get that until I get like to the 12th fret. So let's see, I'm at the 5th fret of the G string right now. So my first finger is behind that fret. My next finger is behind that fret. My third finger is kind of in the middle of the 7th fret, and my pinky is sort of behind, not behind, but sort of like in the middle to the left of, you see what I'm saying? So let's put our first finger all the way up to the 7th position. So our first finger will be over the 7th fret. Now, I always believe that the cleanest note is going to come right behind that fret. So if I put my first finger on the 7th fret, I'm just going to isolate my first and second finger. So I may do like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? When I get comfortable with that, I'm going to leave those two fingers down. I'm not adding a whole bunch of pressure on them because you'll see what happens. This second finger is going to play this note, but I'm going to work out the third finger as well. This one is kind of loose. It's creeping over a little bit. Now, I know that my pinky is kind of flying a little bit, but I want to show you something. Normally, it would be right like that. Kind of moving right along with my ring finger. Do the same thing with my pinky and ring finger. So I'm isolating them, right? Now I'm doing them in eighth notes right now, or quarter notes rather. But I can do them in eighth notes. 1 and. Okay, so that's like really, really quick warm up or something like that, but my goal is to have my whole hand kind of move around as one unit, right? Have it move as one unit and keep my fingers close to the board. So now I can see more literally one finger per fret. Next, start switching strings. Now, you may know, that there are going to be 24 different ways you can do this fingering. And just, there's a ton of different ways to do this and to play around with this, but use it as just a warm-up. But if you're going to do one finger per fret, do that higher, and don't, if you get a teacher that's trying to dazzle you with how fast they can do this really non-musical exercise, then, take a step back and realize that you don't have to do that. It's not necessarily something that you should be trying to get at top speed right away. That's a mistake I made long time ago. It's like, well, if I can't do it that fast, and I'll never be that fast, I can never see that in the future. That's not what it's about. It's really just about kind of getting your fingers loose. So I'm switching strings right now, obviously. So if I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, I can also go 1, 2, 4, 3. One, 3, 2, 4. What I'm looking for is I'm looking to keep my fingers close to the board. I'm looking for my hand to move as one unit. I'm looking for strict alternating with the right hand. So right now I'm going across the strings. You could go. Sorry. But I'm trying to get nice, clean notes, right? I'm not trying to do this at top speed. Now, as you get more advanced and you are able to get a little bit of a spread here, watch this. If I go up the strings, I'm gonna think one finger per fret, but I'm gonna do a lot more shifting in my fretting hand. So I did one finger per fret, but when I got to the third fret and I had to move, that's what I did. So the whole hand is moving as one unit. The fingers are staying close to the board. Go out to the 12th fret. Then I'm going to go down to the D string. And I'm only doing this quasi-fast for the interest of time. But in the beginning, I wouldn't even suggest you try to do it this fast. That's if you're brand new. If you're brand new, I don't even suggest you try playing around with this down here, okay? I suggest you doing it on the higher frets if you just want to get limber, one of those words. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, think about it. Bass neck, guitar neck, right? So just don't be misled, don't be discouraged when you are in the lower positions, especially when you're new. It's going to be more of a 1, 2, 4 fingering. First finger, second finger, fourth finger. These two fingers kind of moving together. A major, G, so what I just showed you right there was just basically upright-esque fingerings. So anyway, that's a real quick one. Don't be discouraged. If you're going to do a one finger per fret thing, concentrate. If that's something that you want to focus on, concentrate on that in the higher registers of the neck. Also, so I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All those you're going to have 6 permutations that start with 1, 6 permutations start with 2, 6 permutations that start with 3, and 6 that start with 4. There's actually a video that's probably one of the earlier YouTube videos on this very subject, and I think the guy did a really great job. So I'm going to add a link to that video. I just wanted to make this one really, really quick. And again, thanks for joining me. I'll see you next Tuesday. If you dug this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so I can let you know when the next video comes out. And my man, there's 2 of you cats now that are requesting a tutorial on the same song. I haven't forgotten about you. I'm going to get to it, and you know who you are. I got to learn the song first. So anyway, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thanks for checking in. Peace.